Now, okay. So in the last class, we have discussed about how to create a table. Okay. So we had started with the topic called ETL statement. In that, we have the topic create, alter, and draw. So create, what is the create statement? So guys, with the help of create statement, we can create a table. Okay. With the help of create statement, we can create a table. Now today we are going to continue with the next topic. Next topic is alter. So what is alter statement? So guys, with now, so what is alter statement? So before starting the topic, alter statement, I want to give you guys one scenario. Just observe one scenario. Consider one example. Imagine that you guys have purchased one kurta or one kurti from the Flipkart. Okay, so the moment it got delivered, the moment it got delivered to you, so you found it is not in a proper fitting, but that is the only piece. Then what you will do? So imagine that you went to the tailor master, okay, for the fitting. So you told tailor master that I came here for the alteration of my clothes. Okay. So what the tailor master will do? So guys, tailor master will take the measurement, and as per the measurement, maybe he will add the some extra cloth in that kurta or kurti. Okay. Maybe he will remove some extra cloth from the kurta and kurti. Correct. But in both the scenario, what we are telling, we are telling that I came here for the alteration of my clothes. Correct. On the same manner over here also, the alter statement works. With the help of alter statement, we can modify the table. We can modify the table. Either we can add a column or we can remove the column. Okay. So consider one example. Imagine that in the last class, we have created a table called Big Bazaar. Okay. And previously listed or created table, if you guys want to see, then what you have to do? So you have to just write down the default syntax which we have seen yesterday. Means select star from table. So select star from big underscore bazaar, semicolon, and then execute it. The moment we execute, observe the data in the output window. So here you can see this is a table which we had created yesterday. Okay. So imagine that today the client came and the client told that yesterday you guys have created a table, ID, name, and location. The table name Big Bazaar, and you have created ID, name, and location. Okay. Now my business is running very good. So please add one more column called city. Okay. Then what we have to do? We have to add a column. How we can add? So guys, we can add it by using alter statement only. And the syntax for the same is we have to just mention alter table. Okay, alter table. And then we have to mention table. Which table we want to alter. So we are going to alter guys big bazaar. So we will mention big bazaar. Okay, alter table big bazaar. And then now what we are going to do? So we are going to add a column. So here we have to use a keyword called add. Okay. After add, what we have to do? So guys, after add, we have to mention the column name, which column you want to add. Okay. So which column you want to add? So we have decided the new column city. So we will mention city. Okay. And this is a new column. And yesterday what we have discussed? Yesterday what we had discussed guys, that in the SQL, for every column, we have to inform SQL that in future, what type of data it will contain. So city is what? Like maybe Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Pune, okay, India, America, Japan, our friendly neighbor Pakistan. Correct. So these are the things. So city is what? So this is a character value. Correct. So we will mention char. We can mention char or varchar. Both are correct approach. Okay. So imagine that I will mention char and then we will define the length like 20. Because yesterday also you guys can see for every table we were informing that it will contain char or varchar and the length same manner. Today we are going to add a new column. So for every column, we have to okay. And then semicolon executed. The moment we execute, observe the data in the output window. So here you can see we got notification table big bazaar altered. Table big bazaar altered means some changes has been happened. What changes happened? So some if you guys want to see, then you have to just mention select star from table. Okay. And then have a look on the output window. You can see the new column has been added. City is the new column which is added. Okay. Now, for better understanding, we will see one more example. Imagine again after some time the client came and the client is telling, please add one more column called uh, department ID. Okay, then what we have to do? We have to add that one. Correct. How we can add? We can add, guys, by using alter statement, and the syntax will be entirely same to same. Just observe your previous syntax. Okay, we have to just mention alter table and then table name. Okay, what we had written last time, alter table name. So big underscore does that. Then what we have to do, guys? Then we have to mention a keyword called add. We have used a keyword called add. Now we will just mention add. After add, what we have to do? So guys, we have to mention the column name. Which column we want to add? So which column we want to add? So we want to add imagine email ID. So we will mention email ID. Email ID is what? So guys, for the email ID, we can mention. Yesterday we had discussed either char or varchar. Imagine that I will mention varchar. So varchar 30. Okay, and close bracket, semicolon. Execute it. Then have a look on the output window. Here we got the notification. One row, sorry, table altered. Means some changes has been happened. Altered means some changes has been happened. If you want to see the changes, you have to just mention select star from table name and observe the data in the output. So the new email ID has been added. Okay. I have a question, guys, from every one of you. Okay. Imagine that we want to add a column called PAN card. So may I know what will be the syntax for the same? I will just go alphabetically. Chitra, can you please confirm what will be the syntax for the same?
Alter table, table name,
Alter table, then
big bazaar,
big bazaar,
add
add,
PAN card, number 20 or something.
sorry,
20,
20. Okay,
semicolon.
semicolon. Here, purposely, intentionally, I have written something wrong. Okay, Chitra, your syntax was correct, no issue. Now, Harshita and Jyoti. Harshita and Jyoti, both of you, can you please unmute yourself? And can you please confirm what is the mistake in this syntax?
Space.
Exactly. The space is the concern because this is a new column, guys. Correct. So the column yesterday, what we have discussed, we had discussed that our table name and column name should not contain any space. And here we have the space. So we will either remove the space PAN card like this, or we can mention PAN underscore card. Both are correct approach. Okay. Here we had given number, no problem, but PAN card will contain alphanumeric value. So here, rather than giving number, we can just mention like char or var, Chitra. Okay. Imagine that I will mention char, then execute it. Number means what? Number means we are very sure that in future it will contain only numerical value. But PAN card contains alphanumeric. That's why we are giving char or var char. Then execute. So here you can see we got the notification, one row, the table altered. If you guys want to see your table, just select star from table. And now you guys can see a new column has been added. Okay. Now anyone, any question guys? Okay, silence means no question. So that is fine. So now again imagine, again after some time the client came and the client is telling that now my business is not running very good. I'm not in the position to maintain this much very bigger table. I'm not in the position to maintain this much very bigger table. So please remove the column, location column from this table. Then what we have to do? We have to remove the location. How we can remove? So guys, we can remove it by using alter statement only. Okay. And the syntax for the same guys, the initial step will be same to same. Okay. So first we have to mention alter table, and then table name. Which table we want to alter? Okay. So we will mention big brother, big underscore, and then just observe your previous syntax. So the moment we were going to add a column, guys, we have used a keyword called add. The moment we are going to remove the column, then what we have to do? At that time, we have to use a keyword called drop column. So drop column. Okay. Drop column and then column name. Which column you want to drop? Imagine that you want to drop ID column. You have to, then you can just mention ID. If you want to remove name column, here you can just mention name. If you want to remove location column, here you can just mention location. Okay, here you want to remove city column. So you can just mention city. Means which column you want to remove, that column name you have to mention. So what is the requirement? That we have to remove location column. Correct. So here we will mention drop column location. Okay, that's it. No need to inform the data type. Okay, no need to inform char, varchar 1520 or anything. Technically, no need to inform data type and length. Directly you can mention semicolon. Okay, and then execute it. The moment we execute, observe the data in the output window. So here you can see we got the notification, table big bazaar altered. If you guys want to see your table, you have to just mention select star from table name. Now here you can see the location column is lost. Okay, now it is not visible. Why it is not visible? Because just now we have removed the column guys. Drop column location. Okay, now for better understanding, we will see one more example. Imagine again after some time the client came and the client told that now this time please remove city column. Then what we have to do? We have to remove city. Correct. How we can remove? We can remove guys on the same manner. And what will be the syntax? So the syntax for the same is we have to just mention alter table. Alter table, then table name. What is the table name, guys? Big Bazaar. Observe the previous syntax. Alter table, Big Bazaar. And then the moment we are going to add a column, at that time we have to use a keyword called add. At the moment we are going to remove the column, we have to use a keyword called drop column. So we will mention drop column and which column you want to drop. So imagine that we want to drop email ID. Correct. So we will mention email underscore ID. Then no need to mention anything. If you are going to add a column guys, at that time we have to inform the SQL that what type of data it will contain. Okay. But the moment we are going to remove the column, at that time no need to inform. And then we will execute it. The moment we execute, observe the data here. So here you can see we got the notification table Big Bazaar altered. If you guys want to see your table, you have to just mention select star from table and execute it. Now here you can see the email column is lost. Okay. Now guys, now anyone, any question? Okay. Silence means no question. Then now Lokesh, can you please unmute yourself and can you please tell the syntax? What will be the syntax to remove the column PAN card from here?
Alter table,
Alter table,
Table name, Big Bazaar,
Big Bazaar,
drop column, PAN card,
semicolon, and we will exit.
semicolon. Yeah.
Now, here you can see we got the notification. Table Big Bazaar altered. Means some changes have happened. Okay. Now that is fine. Now, so if you guys want to see your table, what you have to do, you have to just mention the top, select star from table, select star from table, and have a look on the output window. You can see the PAN card column is lost. Okay. Now anyone, any question, guys?
Hey Vishnu.
Yeah, hi Tulja.
So my question is like we have not mentioned that the table has to be in uh, column format, but it is giving us as in a column format. Is it there? We have to mention if it, if we wanted it in the rows table. So is that we have to mention anything, or is it a default like
No,
column
no.
thing?
By default, it takes on the column label like this in the column sequence. Okay, table will take all the columns in the column sequence, and always the newly added column will get added at the next. Imagine that if we will add any new column, it will get added next to the CTO.
So by
Okay,
default, it is giving us in a column manner.
exactly.
If at all we wanted it in a row,
No, we are not going for the row. Reason for the same is imagine that maybe in a table I have three columns. Okay,
okay,
and 10,000 record is there. So if the column will be like ID, below is the name, and below is the city. How ID is mentioned? So it is mentioned on the right side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So very long you have to make it all for the right side. Correct. Name
okay,
also same manner. City also on the right side going like Tulja, Chitra, Harshita, Jyoti, Lokesh. Okay, and so on. So very right. So it will not look good and in systematic manner. Okay. So always the column will be in this column sequence only, the new name. Okay. So it will, whatever the new record we will add, so it will get added at the down. But yes, if we want, no, actually I don't want ID and name and then city. I want first ID, below should display name and below should display city, and then it should display all the information like 1, 2, 3, 4 name and the city. Is it possible? Can we do manually? Answer is yes, we can. Okay, we can do. But in the real time scenario, ETL testers are not doing. That will be done by the ETL developer or technically database developer. The answer is by using pivot. Okay, by using the pivot, SQL pivot, they can. Answer is we can, but we are not. Okay. Option is there, but we are not doing.
okay, got it.
Now, anyone else also having any question, guys? Okay, then now consider another scenario. So imagine this table was getting maintained by Lokesh. Okay, consider one example. Imagine that Lokesh is working in Wipro and he was maintaining this table. And he got better offer from Infosys and then he left the organization Wipro. Okay, and who came? Who is the replacement of Lokesh? So imagine that Nirmala is the replacement of Lokesh. Lokesh has left the organization, and today onwards, Nirmala will take care of this table. Okay, so imagine that the client came to Nirmala because Nirmala is the new person who will continue for this table. So the client came to Nirmala and they told Nirmala, actually, I wanted to know what is the data type of ID and what is the length. Okay, what is the data type and what is the length. So today is the day one only for the Nirmala. And even though she has not created this table, correct, she has not created this table, how she will come to know what is the data type, means whether it is ID, then it is whether it is number or char or var or integer or what it is. How she will came to know? Correct. Even though she have no idea, because maybe she will, if she will do the guess, yes, ID was number, so maybe number. But what is the length given? 2, 5, 10, 15, 3, 8, 2, what? What is given? No idea. Simply she can't do akra bakra bambe bo. Correct. So what is the solution? How she will came to know? Even though she cannot make a call to location because Lokesh is no more in the organization. Maybe Lokesh will help. Maybe he will not help. He will time engage with some different work. Correct. Or even though in the real time scenario it is not possible to remember these all, whether ID was number or integer. Correct. Or 5 or 10. Because maybe 5 year back or 2 year back Lokesh has created this table. So how he will came to know? The question is how he will came to know. Okay. So guys, we have the option. The option is describe. So what Nirmala will do by using the describe syntax. DESC. Okay. Describe then table name. So what is the table name? Big Data. Semicolon, then execute it. The moment we execute, observe the data in the output window. So here you can see we got the notification. ID is number 2. Name is varchar 25. City is char 20. So it is showing the structure of the table. Okay. It is showing the structure of the table. Now guys, again imagine, again after some time the client came. And the client is telling, last time you guys have created a table with ID, number and 2. 2 means what? So 2 means we can insert a value from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, up to 99. Okay, 2 means we can insert any value up to 2 digit. Correct. So up to 99, technically from here we can. Now again imagine the client told that now my business is running very good. Okay. So please increase the column length. Please increase this column length from 2 to 5. Then what we have to do? We have to increase it. How we can increase? So guys, we can increase it by using alter statement only. Okay, and what will be the syntax? So the syntax for the same is we have to just mention alter table. Okay, and then table name. So big underscore that's it. So initial step guys, it will be same to same every time. Alter table, table name, alter table, table name, alter table, table name. Okay. And the moment we are going to add a column, at that time we have to use a keyword called add. The moment we are going to remove the column, at that time we have to use a keyword called drop column. And the moment we are going to modify, that time we have to use a keyword called modify. Okay, modify, then the column name. Which column you want to modify? So we want to modify ID column. So we will just mention ID, modify ID, then number. Okay, and then open bracket and the new length, what the new length we want. So the new length requirement is 5 guys. So we will mention 5. Close bracket, semicolon, and then execute it. The moment we execute, observe the data in the output window. So here you can see we got the notification, table big bazaar altered. So if you guys want to see your table, what happened? You have just mentioned describe table. Now here you can see we got ID number 5. Last time it was showing ID number and 2. Okay, so this is how we can increase the column length. Again imagine, again after some time the client came and the client told that no, by mistake actually I have told you guys to increase the column length. Actually my requirement was to decrease the column length, decrease it. So how we can? So guys, at that time the entire syntax will be same to same. Entire syntax will be same to same. Just in place of 5 we have to mention imagine 1. Okay, and then execute it. The moment we execute, observe the data in the output window. So here you can see we got the notification, table big bazaar altered. Okay, means some changes. So now, if you guys want to see your table, what changes happen? You have to just execute describe table, and now here you can see. Now it got changed. ID is number one. Last time it was ID number five. Okay, so this is called alter statement, guys. So what is alter statement? So with the help of alter statement, we can modify the structure of the table. Either we can add a column or we can remove the column, okay, or we can increase the column length or we can decrease the column length. That is called alter statement. Now anyone, any question?
Can we rename any of the column with the alter
Yes,
statement?
yes, we can. We can rename the table also. We can rename the column also. Answer is yes. That is our coming topic. But answer is yes. By using the option rename itself. The keyword is rename it. Anyone, any question, guys? Okay. Silence means no question. Then the next topic we are going to see is drop statement. Just now from the DDL statement we have seen create yesterday, alter now. Now we are going to see drop. So what is a drop statement? So guys, with the help of drop, we can drop the table. With the help of drop, we can drop the table. Drop the table means what? Means we can remove the table from the database. Okay. Means non-technical you can say you can delete the table from the database. So consider one example. Imagine that again after some time the client came and the client is telling that now my business is not running very good. I'm not in a position to maintain this table big bazaar. Okay. So you do one thing, please remove this table from the database. Whenever we will need it, again we will create it. Then what we have to do? We have to remove the table from the database because unnecessarily it is occupying the space. So what is the solution? How we can remove? We can remove it by using drop statement. And the syntax for the same is we have to just mention drop table. Okay, drop table and then table name. Which table you want to drop? So we want to drop Big Bazaar. So we have to just mention Big Bazaar. Okay, semicolon, execute it. How to execute? Select the entire syntax and hit on this button. Now you can see we got the notification table Big Bazaar drop. Always guys you have to read the very last line of the output window. Okay, so here we got the notification table Big Bazaar drop. Now if I will execute this syntax describe table name then it will throw error. Observe the error. Here you can see object Big Bazaar doesn't exist. Okay. Now if I will go, if I will execute, imagine select star from Big Bazaar, this one also it will throw error. Now you can see destroying error, table or view doesn't exist. Hence table is no longer available. Anyone, any question? Okay, silence means no question. Then we will start one more topic, guys. Okay, because Monday and Saturday, Sunday will be off for your practice. So we will see one more example, one more topic. That is DML. So what is a DML statement? So DML actually stands for guys data manipulation language. DML stands for data manipulation language. So here in the DML we are going to learn insert, update and delete. Okay, insert, update and delete we are going to learn under DML. So what is a DML statement? What is insert statement? DML stands for data manipulation language. In that first we will start with the insert. So what is the insert statement? So guys, with the help of insert statement, we can insert a value in a table. With the help of insert statement, we can insert any value in a table. consider one example. Last time we have created some table. Okay, like Big Bazaar, Central Mall, UK, USA, and so on. So many tables we had created. Correct. Why we have created? So we have created to insert a value. We didn't created it for the decoration purpose. Correct. And if you guys want to see your previous table, then what you have to do? You have to just mention select star from table name. Correct. So we had created yesterday Central Mall. So we will just mention select star from Central underscore Mall. Okay. Semicolon. And then execute it. The moment we execute, observe the data in the output. My table is visible. ID, name, location. These are the columns. So in this table, imagine that we want to insert some value. What value you want to insert? So imagine that here I want to insert a value. ID is 1, name is Sarad, and location is BTM. Correct. So how we can insert? So guys, we can insert it by using insert statement only. And the syntax for the same is we have to just mention insert into. Okay, insert into. So insert into, and then we have to mention table name. What is the table name? So guys, table name is Central Mall. So we will just mention Central Mall. Okay, and then we have to use a keyword called values. Values. Then open the bracket, and then one by one we have to mention all the values. So what is the value? So guys, ID is 1. So we will mention 1. Okay. You ignore this pop-up window which is coming because it is not coming in the sequence. Okay. You have to follow the original table sequence. So ID we want 1. So we will mention 1. Comma. What is the name you want? So imagine we want the name Sharad. We will mention Sharad. Okay. Comma. What is the location? The location was BTM. We'll mention BTM. Okay. That's it. And then close the bracket. That is fine. Now again, and then semicolon. Now again, I will do a small recap. So first, what we have to do? So guys, first we have to mention insert into, and then we have to mention table name. In which table we want to insert a value, and then we have to use a keyword called values. Then one by one we will mention all the values. But here you see, guys, one thing that how the data is ID is 1. 1 is a numerical value, so that is fine. Name is what? Name is Sarad. Sarad is a character value. Correct. So for the character value, what we have to do? So for the character value, we have to give single quote. Okay, at the beginning and at the last. It is mandatory. For the numerical value, not mandatory. If you want to give, you give. If you don't want to give, don't give. But for the character value, it is mandatory. Okay, on the same manner, next column is BTM. So guys, for the BTM, what we have to do? We have to mention at the beginning and at the last. Correct. That's it. Once it is done, we will execute it. How to execute? Select the entire syntax and hit on this button. Now you can see we got the notification. One row inserted. Correct. So if you guys want to see your table, what you have to do? You have to just mention select star from table name and execute it. Have a look on the output window. You can see we got ID is 1, name is Sarad, location BTM. Okay. Now, any question, guys? Anyone, any question? Okay. Then for better understanding, we will do one more example. Again, imagine, again after some time, the client came and the client is telling, please insert another value. ID is 2, name is Nirmala, location Hong Kong. Then what we have to do? We have to insert a value. How we can insert? So we can insert guys on the same manner. So observe your previous syntax. Okay, simply observe your previous syntax. You have to just mention insert into. Insert into, then table name. What is the table name, guys? So table name is central mall. So we will mention central mall. Okay, central mall. And then what we have written? We have written a keyword called values. So it mentions values, open the bracket, and one by one we will mention all the values. So what is the value? ID is 2, we'll mention 2, comma. What is the name? Name is imagine Nirmala. Okay. Now, what is the location? Hong. Okay, close the bracket. That's it. And now, what I had confirmed guys last time, for the numerical value, no single quote mandatory. If you want to give, you give. If you don't want to give, no problem. But for the character value, we have to give correct. So Nirmala is what? It is a character value. So we will give the single quote at the beginning and at the last. Same manner, Hong Kong also is a character value. So we have to give at the beginning single quote and at the last. Okay. And then executed. Semicolon execute. So how to execute? So option 1 guys, it is we have to select the entire syntax and hit on this button. Okay. Option two is you can put your cursor anywhere in the syntax, anywhere, wherever you want. Put your cursor and just do control enter. Control enter. Now you can see here you got the notification. One row inserted. That's the shortcut. Okay. Now if you want to see your table, you have to just mention select star from table name. Now here you can see we got the thing. So ID is 2, name is Nirmala, location Hong Kong. Purposely and intentionally, guys, I had mentioned such a value which contains some space in the table. Don't feel that I'm shifting Nirmala to Hong Kong. Okay, just to show you guys the example. Now anyone, any question? Okay, silence means no question. Then, Tulja, I have a question for you. So, can you please tell? Imagine we want to insert a value. ID is 3, name is Lokesh, and uh, location is imagine Janagar. What will be the syntax for the same?
Okay, it's insert into
Hmm.
central mall, values, open bracket, 3, comma, space, name Lokesh with quotes.
So guys, here, one minute. So here it is not mandatory that you have to give a space. Okay, not mandatory. If you want, you can give. There is no issue. Means in the flow I had given, no problem. Okay, so don't get confused. Imagine that this one without a space I will show. Okay, here. So name was Lokesh. We'll mention Lokesh. Correct. Right?
Comma, and I did not get that city name.
Okay, Janagar. I will mention Janagar.
Close
Single quote, close bracket, and semicolon, and execute. The moment we
Yes.
executed, here you can see we got the notification, one row inserted. If you guys want to see your table, just mention select star from table name and have a look on the output. Read location Janagar. Okay. Now, anyone, any question? Okay. Now we will see one different scenario then. So guys, here you can see for this table, for every column, the client is informing the data like ID, name, location, he is telling. But it is not mandatory that for every time, for every column, we will have the information. No. Imagine that a client told, please insert a value. ID is 4, name Kiran, location I don't know. The moment I will get the location, I will tell you later. So just insert this value. Then what we have to do? We have to insert it. How we can insert? So guys, initial step, it will be same to same. So we have to just mention insert into. Okay, then table name. So table name is central one. Then we have to use the keyword called value. So initial step will be same. Then what is the requirement? So requirement ID is 4. We'll mention 4, comma. What is the name? So name is Kiran. So we'll mention Kiran under single quote. Okay, Kiran is the character value. So single quote, close. And so then close the bracket, semicolon, and execute it. If I will execute this one, guys, it will throw error. Why it will throw error? I have got the 2-column requirement, and here I have these 2 columns. I am passing the value. Then what is the issue? Why it will throw error? The reason for the same, guys, because in a table we have 3 columns, and we are passing the value only for 2 columns. So here SQL will get confused. Imagine that somehow SQL managed that ID4 is a numerical value. So in the ID column we will mention. But what about Kiran? As you know, Kiran is a human being name. Even though I know that Kiran is a human being. Correct. So Kiran, that is fine. But for the SQL, Kiran is what? So Kiran is just a character value. Kiran is a character value. So SQL will get confused that Kiran, where shall I enter? In the name column or in the location column? So the confusion only, it will throw error. Then what is the solution? Then the solution, guys, the SQL, for every column we have to inform SQL that if the data is there, we have to inform. If the data is not there, then also we have to inform. So here, location column, third column, we don't have value. So we have to inform the SQL that my third column doesn't have any value. So how we will inform? So we will just mention comma, single quote, one space, single. Multiple option is there, guys. One approach we are going. Okay, and close the bracket, semicolon. Then we have to execute. The moment we execute, observe the data in the output. So here you can see we got the notification, 1 row inserted. If you guys want to see your table, just mention select tab from table name. Now you can see ID4, name Kiran, location is completely blank. Okay, location completely blank. Now, again, for better understanding, we will see one more example. Imagine that this time the client told, please insert a value. ID is 5, name I don't know, location UK. Then what we have to do? We have to insert a value. How to insert? So initial step, guys, always it will be same to same. So we'll mention insert into table name, values, open the bracket. Okay. Then what is the value? ID is 5. We'll mention comma. What is the name? Name I don't. So we have to inform SQL that this time the second column doesn't have any value. How we will inform? Single quote, one space, comma. What is the location? Location is UK. UK is what? UK is a character value. So we have to give single quote, guys. Correct. At the beginning and at the last. Then simply close the bracket and execute it. The moment we execute, observe the data in the output. We got notification, 1 row inserted. If you want to see your table, just mention select tab from table name. Now you can see ID is 5, it is blank, location UK. Means in one line you can say which column we have the value, we have to mention value. Wherever we don't have any value, the particular column, that too we have to inform that by this particular column doesn't have any value. Okay. Now anyone, any question, guys? Okay, Helen means no question. Then Chitra, I have a question for you. So can you please confirm? Imagine that we want to insert a value. ID is 6, name I don't know, and location is USA. What will be the syntax for the same?
Insert into central mode.
Yeah, insert into central mode. Values,
Bracket. 6,
6, okay.
comma. Single quote. space single quote, comma, again single quote, US.
Yes. Okay. Single quote, close the bracket, semicolon. So the moment we will execute, guys, it will get executed. There is no problem with the syntax. But this one I will show you in a different manner. Different manner means what? Means here just in so we will inform the SQL in a different manner. Like example, if we don't have any value for the column, how we used to inform single quote, one space, single quote, one space, single quote, one space, two space, anything you can mention, no issue. One space, two space, five space, no issue. So giving the space, this is one approach. Another approach is here we can mention null. Okay, null, N-U-L-L. Null without single quote. Null is a function. Okay, so we have to give without single quote. If you will give single quote, it will become value. Okay, null without single quote means what? Means I am telling the SQL that this column doesn't have any value. At the second position, I mentioned null, correct? So I'm telling the SQL that this column I don't have any value. So these are the approach. Approach one, we can inform by using single quote, one space single quote. Approach two, we can mention by using null. Okay, both are correct approach. And then execute it. The moment we execute, observe the data in the output. So here you can see we got the notification, one row inserted. If you guys want to see your table, just mention select star from table name and have a look on the output window. How the output window data is coming. It is coming ID is 6, name is coming null. Null inside the bracket it is coming. Null means what? No data, no information. Blank means what? No data, no information. Both are correct approach. Whichever you feel you are comfortable, you can go ahead. Now, anyone, any question, guys? So this is the one scenario which we have seen by using for the insert statement. Next class, we will discuss bit more scenario for the insert statement. Because currently we are inserting a value one by one. That is fine. To insert one value, how much time you guys are taking? Imagine average 1 minute for typing. Correct. If you will get 10,000 records, how much time you will take from this calculation? 10,000 minutes. If you will get 1 lakh record, then 1 lakh minutes. Imagine that client told no, within 5 minutes I want it. Then how we can insert? Okay, that we will see the next class. Question is how to insert bulk data into the table. Okay, that we will see the next. Now, anyone, any question, guys?
Sir, per ID also we can do double quote or null like that we can do, na, sir, per number, sir.
Yes, yes. Technically, null we can. Null without single quote. Pardon, without single. If you will give single quote, it will become value. If you will give null without any single quote, here you can see in the output window, it will come null inside the bracket.
Oh, okay.
Now, anyone, any question, guys? Okay, then we are done for the day. We'll connect on Monday, same time, same link. Okay, we will have.
Any
Yeah.
assignment which
Yeah, I will pass the assignment.